we are officially back. Episode 3 of our Tactician run. Storm Sorcerer, Tempest Cleric build. Got the crew here, made all the friends I needed. Last episode we met Bone Daddy, as the community calls him, but is actually by the name of Withers. But Bone Daddy will be a preferred name for him moving forward. So if you hear that, you know who I'm talking about. Without further ado, let's get some of this exploration done with, Gale, Lae'Zel, and Shadowheart, because we made all the friends we're going to make, except for I think there's 2 more we gotta make along the way. This run will be without everyone's favorite vampire, so if you're waiting for me to run into him and drag him along on this quest, we'll bump into him at some point, but it won't be because I'm trying to recruit him actively as a follower, which I know he's a fantastic character. The voice actor deserved all the praise and all the awards he got for him, and then some. But by the same token,
up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
I am one step ahead of you on this one, Shadowheart, but by the same token, he doesn't fit the style of playthrough I got for this one. And truth be told, I don't like him nearly as much redeemed, his ending anyway, as I do with him being a little bit more on the wild side. Let's jot a quick save here and let's go see what all this hype is about. If you didn't know, you can kind of get a quick start on this encounter by sneaking your way up there. I just gotta take a look, make sure everything's set up. Which I'll try and keep to a minimum so we can focus more on content as opposed to, focusing more on, setups. I gotta clean up my inventory here shortly because, well, let's just say inventory management and me are not best friends and likely will not be moving forward. Let's see what we got here. Kind of forget. You can hear the shouting from here. Let's see what's going on. Look like they're shouting, "Please let us in," and no one is doing anything about it. You gotta get pretty close when you're sneaking for the scene to trigger.
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time!
By the 9 hells! Open the gate! Damnable roach! Provoke the blade and suffer its sting.
The coolest character entrance out of any of the party members you get. And I feel like it's genuinely wasted on Will. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the nice guy that hits on every single girl, hoping at least one of them will pity him at some point, But the concept of the character is amazing. Just the execution of I feel like they left him a little flat, and it's probably the only one I feel that way about. Just checking all the odds.
Onward.
In this fight, if you're not fully prepared for it, can catch a couple people off guard. You can lose a couple Oh wow, Zevlor, look at that. Oh, 2 crits on me already. That's great. He's got 1 on the guy down there by the gate. Got 1 on me.
You bow, or you break.
Lae'Zel says goodbye. Get up nice, close, and personal with you. Make a new friend. And turns out it was a temporary friend. Do not mess with the Githyanki. Thought about helping Will there for a minute, kind of getting him early in the battlefield. But it turns out a whole lot of doesn't matter transpired right there. Because if you miss, it's a nice thought. But it doesn't really count. Probably should have jumped, could have gotten more space covered than that. I don't know why NPCs do that sometimes. You guys ever have that in your playthrough? They just run directly in opportunity attacks, and you're just like, why are you doing this? This makes no sense at all. But you're just gonna keep doing it. Nice shot, Shadowheart.
My sickle and sword.
Arms of Hadar is a Aura of Hadar is a fantastic spell, especially for crowd control, like late game, like Act 2. If you can tunnel everyone the way you want, it can just eviscerate large parties. And ever since like the latest patch, I've just been having that where the camera just zooms in. I assure you it's not me trying to do this. I feel like Tactician's gift is just that the enemies crit significantly more often. What I should have done is attack from the high ground and then worried about this other stuff, but it would have worked out otherwise.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Because the high ground is always what you want, and coming from a Star Wars fan, you know I mean the high ground. General Kenobi. See, I thought about it, but I was like, I really need to save those because I am going to run into a fight. I'm not. Nice shot, Shadowheart. Not really going to end up being as prepared for as I thought it would be.
Moving.
Also, if you haven't, you can't tell, strength-based characters and jumping are one of my favorite things to kind of do. See, look at that. Got a straight-up tenor. The second person Zevlor is knocked off. Gotta give him his props on this fight. Don't know if he's gonna survive. Get Gale a little bit more involved. He's completely out of spell slots. I'm trying to save all my rests. And take my advantage. Bludgeoning damage will work. Ouch. Hello. Swing and a miss. Take that 70% to the bank. And a crit. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
My faith will protect
Now having like 5 or 6 allies turns in a row is definitely helpful. Because the Bugbear and Fezzerk are the two that are the biggest problem. Try and shove them. Clearly isn't going to work. Strong strength-based character. 2 misses in a row. There we go. Keep our wizard at the high ground. Nice safe from a distance to do some damage. There you go. Lae'Zel again. Another kill. Nice critical hit there.
Is all that matters.
Get all the way up there, get that high ground here. And a crit. See what happens when you pay attention to positioning. And a lot of luck. A lot of luck.
Let's make this quick.
The one time that works. Another miss. It's got like 5 dodges just as that alone. But now he's surrounded, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, he almost made it out. Gale from downtown with a critical hit
That was
kill.
the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate! Damn vermin.
They were tenacious. I wonder what they wanted here, other than bloodshed.
Where is the bastard?
Everyone seems a little on edge. And always be sure to loot these people. Give that to Gale. Give them kind of an edgier look. Wish there was a hyena ear in there somewhere, but not hyenas, so not much to do with that. It's not sold on Shadowheart's weapons, so that's kind of why I'm making sure she gets all that stuff. The Gloves of Power in some games, because of that sleight of hand +1 bonus, I usually keep on for longer than it should be, because there's a lot of good loot and later on, but for Act 1, it serves its purposes quite well if you are looking for a good rogue type character. And I know he's one of your allies, but if he's not gonna be using it, I'll go ahead and use it. He's too close to the gate, so I just left that one alone. And I'll go check up the high ground one more time, make sure, because I know I didn't loot anybody on my way throughout the battle like I normally do. Rogue's Morsel is great for the small HP potions. Basically have the S name gods on there. Saluna, Shar, Sylvanas. See a little bit of a cut there, kind of equip the party real quick so I didn't have to see too much of it. And now that we've got our everything all settled, make sure to remind everybody this is on Tactician. Because so far I've had a couple people in the comments be like, nope, this is not Tactician, you're kind of cheesing this. I assure you, I'm not that good. And the first death of the entire party is not as far back as you think. And for those looking for a shovel, there's always one by this dirt mound right here. I know there's a couple streamers who had trouble finding shovels for their parties, and be sure to look there. I thought there was a flower there for some reason. Without further ado, let's check out the Emerald Grove. And there's so much content pertaining to the Emerald Grove, I'm not going to be able to get it all on this one. Still want to be sure to give you guys a longer episode to work with. Make sure not to skip this part, especially if you're a soul coin collector for certain people. We can kind of jump him just by showing up at the right time. Otherwise, he will just eviscerate this lady. Not a good start.
I will
Kind of wasting the whole jump I got on him.
in my best interest.
Should have taken the high ground here, because I know I was going to take a range shot, because I didn't short rest between anything. So I could make that work, but I wanted to get like a line formed to kind of protect this character. You don't need them to survive, but as a fellow tiefling,
What should I
I
do?
wanted to ensure that they did. Tardan has a soft spot for those who've been bullied or and kind of end up like in a raw deal, and I feel like these tieflings really have. Notice while I still formed the line, I kept Gale back. Ow.
I must heal.
One of the main purposes of being, you know, that Tempest Cleric. Oh, you took all my bonuses. Yeah, I forgot those two usually the same accuracy. I thought about Burning Hands. And decided it was worth it in this moment in time. Didn't really pan out the way I wanted to. Try and keep him a little shielded off. Lae'Zel tanks, thank goodness. Look at my HP. Got walloped. Only took one hit. Thought about healing there, but decided, nah.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
I don't really like your attitude. So what we're gonna do is, you got me. Hand over the coin, and I'll be on my way. Use guidance on that just to roll in that 20 anyway.
Bloody ironies. Devils just can't stand to lose. Here. Now go back to the pit that made you.
A little
These things
on
are
the
so
darker side of
interesting.
things. Take a look through this, in case you guys haven't before.
Peer through the telescope.
You guys know that's Kithrak Voss on his dragon looking for us, inadvertently. Another lucky roll, take it.
You see
I always thought, like, a
dragon
little bit
circling
more.
like a bird of prey, hunting.
Should have come from that. It's like even when you go
The
to the
telescope
left,
points to the left.
you see the ruins of the ship.
The telescope points straight ahead.
And then move it one more time.
The telescope points to the right.
You see Joaquin's Rest. Which I don't know how, considering the mountain blocks it, but hey. Other logical questions for another time. Sneak down this back way here.
That might be worth a look.
A lot of potions, decent amount of money. Fire resistance is always helpful. Especially for characters like Gale, who just seem to die of the lightest of breezes. And everyone knows the interaction involving Timber. But I'm going to leave him be for the moment. Don't really see much winning in this.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
They're both hotheads at this point. But as a tiefling, I know which side I'm impartial to.
Tell that to the dead at the gate.
Shut it, Horns! I'd be lying dead next to the goblins if you'd stalled any longer.
My duty is to this camp.
Oh, God forbid you risk your precious tail. But I shouldn't be surprised. Foulbloods ain't known for courage.
Now
You see the
I'm
tiefling's
ticked.
jaw clench. He's
A
about to
lot
erupt.
of racism popping off here. We're gonna try and punch him, I believe. And I'm too weak.
He acts before you can intervene. With a thunk, the armored man collapses, unconscious.
Enough. The goblins have found us. No doubt the beasts will be back. We need to pack up and leave. Immediately!
Same vigor fighting goblins as they did each other.
Let's try to avoid any more punching. We need to find a healer.
Seems his skull isn't as thick as I thought.
I mean, it's one punch, one knockout.
Now that's settled. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor. Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
I need a healer.
Goblin got you. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he didn't make it back from Aradin's expedition. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the inner grove. They've withdrawn there to prepare this damn ritual of theirs. I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Let's see what I can do.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Zevlor is a complicated leader. And you can see here I was definitely looking for the pickpocket route, but alas, the game knew that someone would attempt this at some point, and good job, Larian. You stopped me. Now I'm just looking for some spoils here. I know I'm low on HP. I'm just looking for a little bit of a reward for saving everyone's lives. Another shovel, just in case you guys are curious. Everyone's preoccupied with the dead, so I'll just take my time and grab some camp supplies. And that makes no sense to hop all the way up there to do that, but the game is the game. Decided I didn't need that wine. I already had enough whining from Aradin. get the trigger thing to work right.
That could have been worse.
For once.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
It always boggles my mind that no one asks any real questions here.
Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
It's like you just keep hearing the word ritual, but no one decided to look into the specifics of it, even though if you go into the direct grove, I believe it's in the left-hand room, the one where Kaga's chest is in the back corner. It says exactly what rite is being performed. So something for you guys to look out for on your playthrough. Hopefully yours is going a little bit better than mine. But so far, so good. Can't complain too much. The gloves of missile snaring are fairly solid. I'm just not that partial to it. But anytime you have an opportunity to get some food, definitely into that. Get rid of all these items I've been hoarding. I truly wish they made more scimitars that appeared later in game that were solid. It seems like swords and long swords is like where they really kept the primary focus on. Thought about adding the gloves of missile snaring, but really debating here. Hardcore. Upgrading Gale's armor early on because he can wear light armor and it won't affect him. Or if I get more ringmail armor to protect me. Decided Gale was more important because, well, Gale seems to die from more common occurrences and things that really shouldn't kill you quicker. But it is what it is. There's pros and cons of every class in this game. And I keeping Gale at the moment. It's a basic wizard, even though I kind of want to lean him more into the necromancy route.
Sylvanas, go.
So the more followers you can have in Tactician, the better. Even if it's just there to take a blow here, take a hit there. Just something to give you a little bit of cushion as you move forward with things.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can. Food. You want it or not? Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me. Where did I put that old bucket?
Why does this lady seem important? Let's talk to her.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh! There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks, Petal. Are you hurt? Cold? Feverish? Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. Aha! You take a sup at that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
What is this exactly?
Oh, 'tis just a healing potion, nothing fancy. Here. You just look like you might need a pick-me-up. I'm sorry to go on about it. But are you all right? You're looking awful peaky.
I've been better. It's difficult.
Oh,
Wow.
stop. Even
Went
on
the
a
other
good
route.
day, half the camp acts like a bunch of screaming brats. I'm tempted to smack them all on the backside and tell them to kiss and make up. Not that they'd listen to little old me. Anyway, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale.
What harm?
Hey,
Show me your
Baldur.
wares. She's got a decent amount of good potions, and just because I don't trust me, I'm definitely going to go ahead and take a look at these wares. 'Cause I guarantee I'm going to get myself through either positioning or just sheer stubbornness into a position where I'm going to need a little bit of extra coverage. Basically, if there's a food item of 5 or more, or health potion, I'm going to be on that. And you'll notice I'm kind of keeping a few extra weapons here and there. I have anticipation of meeting 1 or 2 more characters I'd like to add to our group.
Take care,
Our little merry
sweetie.
band of adventurers. And you think I would have healed by now because I'm being bothered by the red outline on the screen, but the items in the box are pretty solid. See, the breastplate's really nice, but a tiefling stemming from a tiefling.
If you need to replace any gear, just ask. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
Is not really what I consider ideal. Let me see your wares. He's got a couple decent items for sale. Nothing I would consider like groundbreaking at this moment in time. You got to be a little bit of a higher level, but if you need like a general mixture of gloves or helmets, because those are hard to come by for Act 1 for the most part, he's got you covered. So I'm trying to think of a really good pair of boots for Act 1, and nothing's really coming to mind. So some of you who are a little bit smarter, a little bit more advanced in your playthroughs, go ahead and drop yours in the comments below. So those starting new on Xbox, and congratulations to those who are playing through on Xbox for the first time, can kind of take a look and be ready to go. Arrow of Roaring Thunder is very useful on Balanced. Tactician?
Of sorts. Used to be a bread and butter tinsmith before Elturel fell into Avernus. These days my talents are more eclectic. Learned a lot in my time in the Hells. Hope to forget most of it. But between you and me, there's nothing in all the realms like the utter power of infernal machinery. Alas, my offerings are far more humble these days. I miss my forge.
Right. I've got food.
Like, I have yet to really explore the Arrow of Roaring Thunder here, but this is our route needs to be talked to.
Eyes. Another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
You heard the woman. Bow. At this point, I think his level of informalness and kind of rudeness with her, that was enough. Wait for the tiefling to obey.
You saw another Gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry.
The map. Show me.
I don't know where you've been hiding that.
Up. You can keep your innards.
As far as diplomacy is concerned, I think that was not bad for Lae'Zel. It's all about growth.
Gods, deliver me.
Your kind proves compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
She's killing everyone in our fights. We need her.
I beg your
You shouldn't have been so rough with him.
Was I too rough? Soon you will be vomiting blood and tearing apart your own flesh. When the tentacles sprout from your lips, will you still cry that I was rough?
Enough. Just tell me what's our next move.
The T-sling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait.
We're tieflings. With an F.
I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this... Fey run.
No. Fey rune. Because she was a bit harsh. And I have a soft spot for the tieflings. Bazaru was a little rude at first.
I'm gonna bite the end. You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the way.
She didn't kill your brother, Arca. You're better than this.
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
Step between them. Killing the innocent doesn't seem advantageous.
Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You're gonna kill him too?
Innocent is used loosely.
Move!
Use detect thoughts to try and see if I can get the situation down. And of course roll nat 20 when I don't need it.
Hate me for this, but he's not here. They took him from me.
What would Cannon think of you now?
Don't you dare! Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
If she dies, she'll take everything she knows to the grave. Or, goblin prisoner. Her life isn't yours to take.
Your soft heart will be the death of us. Not sure I get that. The bars don't make her special. But fine. Whatever.
It's all right, Arca. Let's go.
It seemed unnecessary to kill her. Gale, you want to have a conversation?
Believe it or not, but I witnessed a similar standoff back at the Yawning Portal. Of course, an establishment like that invites all sorts of outlandish entertainments.
Let's say yawning. What was the standoff about?
Oh, a drow, a dragonborn, and a cleric of Cyric walk into a bar. Your standard fare. Maybe someone was cheating at cards. Maybe it was some weird lover's quarrel. In any case, out came the crossbow, and a hush fell over the entire room.
What happened next?
I stood up and yelled, "Shadow Dark Ale for everyone!" The crowd cheered. The tension drained into 6 tankards, and soon all was well again. In a place like the Yawning Portal, the most powerful magic is calling for a round of drinks. Mind you, all I did was call for ale, but you went and stood in front of that crossbow. Drink to that.
I don't know why, but that touched me a little bit. Gale, of all people, starting to grow on me. Most times in fantasy realms, the wizard, while powerful, is a bit standoffish and usually lacks certain charms that you would imagine would be necessary for the road. And there was a Blade of Frontiers, who I'll get back to at a later moment. More perturbed by this strange ox. Looking for a potion of animal speaking that I do not have. What are you guys yelling about?
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Have you seen Cleric of Town? Have you forgotten Elturel? We should stay for our people.
This isn't Elturel, and I'm not responsible for every damn tiefling in the world!
Just be responsible for yourself then. We have to stay. It's the right thing to do.
Zerg. Fine. We'll stay. If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Thank you, Roland.
I saw a sorcerer who was a fellow tiefling.
Die if I met the
Decided he should stay.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can.
I will say that tiefling has some great looking horns on him. Larian did a phenomenal job of covering all that. And there's a couple items here, like these metallic gloves I'll be taking. No, what happened? But then the funny thing is the game's like, no, you can't just walk back down even though you just walked up. You gotta jump. No red around it. No thief tools necessary to lockpick this chest. Use my guidance. And fail the roll anyway. Because why not? Try another thieves tool. And got lucky this time. For a decent amount of coin. Could be better, could be worse. Win's a win.
Please, let us through.
It is. Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
Lives are at stake, and the cowards only care about their bloody rituals.
My character's not a huge fan of injustices.
We need to get Arabella out, now!
You heard the guards. They're waiting on Korga to give word.
I'd sooner trek through the 9 hells than trust that snake! Ugh!
I saw what happened. Why are the druids holding your daughter?
Arabella tried to steal their idol. Druids lost their damn minds about it. They need it for their precious ritual.
Oh, it's all my fault. I told her I wished the wretched thing would just disappear, or better yet, explode.
Now Arabella's being judged by a bunch of druids who hate us. That's not right.
She was caught. Foolish child. Let them judge her.
That's unnecessary. She's just a child. The druids are overacting. I'll take a look.
Thank you. They won't give us the time of day.
Hurry! I'm at the end of my tether as is. Can't take this waiting.
I have noticed, but it's your child, and if you have children, you know you act a certain way differently than if it's anyone else.
Calm, Magrin. Give him a chance. You, step back. Go join the other tieflings.
Okay, a little bit of segregation going on here. Don't appreciate it at all.
Keep back. Force my hand, and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You.
Was he just whispering to her shoulder?
Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
She's got good taste and character. Look at this weird magic emanating from things. Sorry about the camera. That was a little fast there. What the is this?
Ah, my good friend.
I don't know you.
You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
Fine. Ask your questions.
Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Common variety.
Aye, a scholar after my own heart. Spent much time among goblins?
God, I hope not.
Uh-huh. I've always preferred experience to the second-hand accounts of lesser men. But to each their own. Now, I've a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Better not be calling me a lesser man.
The dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
Dragon? Wasn't any dragon. What are you going on about, man?
Witnesses failed to notice the obvious dragon. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates?
Yeah, they actually called out the name like a war cry.
They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal!
What do you think Maglabiet makes of this change?
Oh, I'd imagine him quite displeased. Since their change in allegiance, these goblins are informed by a kind of strategy anathema to their kind. I, for one, intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm just preparing to head to their camp as we speak, in fact. If you'll excuse me, I ought not to dawdle. Why, goblins, obviously. Well, someone ought to chronicle these curious events. I'd heard the master of this place, a druid called Halsin, might be able to point me in the right direction. But he's been quite captured by them already. Ironic, really.
Be careful.
Oh, never you mind. Who needs mercy when you've a quick tongue, hmm? And an invisibility potion stashed in your back pocket?
Until we meet again.
You're just like the bard in The Witcher 3. I swear. But significantly less useful. Potion of animal speaking would be helpful right now. That bear you can get to move, so you can use the elevator. But at this moment, without a potion of animal speaking, I'm pretty much just up the creek without a paddle, so to speak. Let's go see what Kaga wants.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Have you lost your sense of humor?
Just so you all know, I hate snakes.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat?
A child.
I will imprison the devil, and I will cast out the rest.
Thief? Poison? What's this girl's real crime?
Girl? You mean parasite? She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here,
until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
I'm with her on that.
Koga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
Release her. Tried the one with negative intelligence first. It's like, ugh. Made a mistake here. And failed terribly. But we're obviously going to use the inspiration on this. Do I use my last one? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
I hear the Tree Father's spirit in your words. It is as you say. Sifisif, Tila, to me. Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Koga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
She's got a great bedside manner, don't you think? So something happened with you, Shadowheart, and Gale.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with.
How badly does it hurt?
Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage.
She likes privacy. Let's turn to other matters.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think? Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
As well as needed.
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break, Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important.
Rather important. Alright, go ahead.
We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. The way you got Korga to release the girl. In short, I've grown to trust you.
Enough with the flattery. Where's this going?
I was being quite sincere, I assure you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly.
More so, actually. I can pray on your behalf. My god may offer you some guidance, how you might be cured.
Thank you for the offer. But the treatment for my condition is very specific.
I doubt Talus would help anyway.
What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside.
Your illness causes you to what kind of... What happens if you don't consume the magic?
Details, but begins with a simple biological deterioration, muscle spasms, disorientation, a slight ringing in the ears, and, if left for too long, catastrophe. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It's only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical.
I'd be happy to help.
You have my thanks. And fear not. Your implicit trust is well placed and will be rewarded with any and all means at my disposal.
I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic-infused treasure.
As do our packs, as a matter of fact. We've such an item already in our possession. Primed for the moment the need arises. I hope I can count on you.
It's going to be a bit of a burden over time, but I see that Shadowheart and Gale, through inspiration, have leveled up. And this is the room I was talking about earlier. If you check the table right there, it is right in the corner, the left-hand back corner. But what we need to do is leave everybody else here as a distraction.
Not as bad as it could have. If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
And lockpick this. Kagha's chest. Solid rolls this far. Just almost killed a child, though. And there it is. The level up needed for everybody. Get some inspiration back too, never hurt. The Grove, I feel like, is one of the coolest places in this game because there's so much stuff going on. But now we need to turn our attention to the matter at hand. Looking at spoons and plates, apparently. No, it's to actually see Nettie and try and get ourselves healed a little bit once I'm done exploring.
That might be worth a look.
Something over there.
I hate when it does that and it doesn't show you exactly like what it is that I'm looking at. Like, what?
I want to draw any attention.
Those will be helpful. And since they're not going to be fighting, I'll do it. I'll take that. That'll sell well.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
Wait patiently.
This medicatrix. There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what was it you needed?
I'm looking for Nettie. At some point I'll click yes. Seem to have mentally spaced what's going on.
You found her, but I still don't know what she can do for you.
Healing. As soon as possible.
You and every other soul here. I can help if something's wrong. I'm no Master Halsin, but I can manage.
Take whatever I can get. Heal me.
Come here. Let's have a look at you. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired around the eyes, maybe.
Just like in real life. But, as things would have it, I'm more than tired. Something crawled into my eye.
Some sort of bug? Or... Wait, did it look like a tadpole? But from your worst nightmare? All slime, teeth, and tentacles.
You know of them? Can you help me? Eventually. I'm really deciding to trust her or not at this moment in time.
I'll do what I can. Come, follow me. I might be able to help.
Why'd you hesitate
We
there?
need to be quick. This way.
You hesitated. Why? I don't really have another option here. Let's go in against my better judgment.
This one had the same problem as you. attacked us in the woods together with some goblins.
So you left him in his underwear on your table?
Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after.
The drow and I have the same kind of parasite? I'm hoping for a less grave cure.
I'll do the best I can. I'm no Master Halcyon, mind. He'd have your tadpole out like that. Still, we have options. All right. Let's see what we can do.
I don't trust you at this moment. What's that plant? Will it help?
She shifts uneasily, hesitating. Something's off.
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything strange happening?
Everything's been strange so far. It might. What aren't you telling me, though?
I'm telling you everything you need to know. Believe me on that. I want to help you, but I can't unless you work with me. So, has anything unusual happened to you?
How much do I trust you on this? What choice do I really have here? Maybe I should be more forthcoming.
Nothing? You're sure?
Nothing that bad. But... someone else has a tadpole. Nah, I'm not gonna tell you anything.
All right. I suppose that makes things easier. Give me your arm, please.
Don't trust you right now. Really don't trust you right now. You've been a little dodgy. But I'm going to pull back. I need to pull back.
You came to me for help. Do you want it or not? No. I can't let you leave. You could transform any second. This is the last time I'll ask. Please.
You're not asking. This is a threat.
To hell's with it.
Try dexterity. I don't want to kill her, but I need to not die. Oh, thank goodness. Guidance.
You dodge her blow, but as you regain your footing, you can see the pain in her eyes.
I'm sorry. I truly am, but I can't let you go. If you transform out there, you'll kill everyone in the grove. Everyone for leagues around.
The drow didn't transform. I won't either. Rolls be with me today.
Master Halcyon did say the drow's tadpole was dormant. Maybe yours is too.
I just want a chance to find a cure.
All right, but on one condition. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms.
I swear, in the name of the Most High. Reluctantly, of course.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flare infection. Then suddenly, there's dozens of you. Maybe more. Master Halcyon and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there.
If only you
But
knew.
you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal.
What do you mean by changing? Well, actually, maybe I've learned
For
something
one,
I haven't.
That thing in your head is like nothing we've ever seen from mind flayers. It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. And it doesn't turn you into one of them. Not yet, anyhow.
Some good news. But do you think it's a matter of time, or is it just good news?
Hard to say. But there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne. And I've no idea why. When Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers. Joined on the spot. Whatever he found there, he didn't make it back.
So what do you want me to do? Want me to go get him for you? He might have the answers I need to save all of us. I have to take that chance right here, right now.
The thing is, I've sent birds to find him. But the place is rotten with goblins. None of us can even get close. You, though, you're one of them. Technically speaking, I mean. They won't kill someone carrying their parasite. If you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your life. How's that sound?
Sounds like a win-win situation. You are making a lot of assumptions that could kill me.
The way I see it, you have two options. Halsin, or that wyvern poison. I don't envy your choice, truly. But this is the hand fate's dealt you.
Well, I hope he can cure me. Seems to be the best lead we've got other than Lae'Zel's.
I can't make any promises. This is like nothing we've seen before. But I know this for sure. Master Halsin is the only one close to understanding these things. He's your best bet to survive. Otherwise, that vial's your only option.
Looks like I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
have to look.
It would mean everything to the Grove. To me. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple of Selûne. And Master Halsin didn't make it back. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the vial. Remember your oath.
At a time, Nettie. Come on.
Wyvern poison. Never tried it, and I hope to keep it that way.
You and me both, Shadowheart. You and me both.
Better a quick draft than ceramorphosis, nonetheless.
There's something in that vessel. Take a closer look.
Might as well. Let's see what it's got. M, huh? Mysterious M. I wonder whose name starts with M as over there. Take the parasite, just in case. Halsin's journal. Nothing else of interest. Well, we've been at this a while. We'll see you in the next episode.